Prabhupada is the spiritual master for all the devotees in ISKCON as well. So how should we see our relationship with our spiritual master, and what is the importance of initiation in ISKCON?
You see, there are two things, Diksha and Shiksha. Diksha is like admission to the Sampradaya. And Shiksha is the accepting the teachings of the Sampradaya. Now, you see, initiation will take place like, yes, the devotees need to be, sort of linked to the disciplic succession. Newcomers need to be linked to a disciplic succession. And then also need personal relationship. And that way, both Diksha Gurus and Shiksha Gurus will be helping. But the preeminent Shiksha Guru for all time, for all devotees of ISKCON will be Srila Prabhupada. Because ISKCON is established on Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Srila Prabhupada's books are the basis. It is on the basis of the books we impart the Shiksha. So this is how, as I mentioned, like the Gurus in ISKCON will function as Prabhupada's representatives. And their the Guru's responsibilities, both Diksha and Shiksha Gurus, will be to take their followers to Srila Prabhupada. So that is how, generation after generation, the custom will continue, the spiritual process will continue. But one unique factor will be Srila Prabhupada's position. Because we are functioning within the institution, so the structure of the institution we have to honor, we have to follow. Like as I was saying, that when we become gurus in ISKCON, we shouldn't think that now I got a chunk of ISKCON as my own. No. We should always remain the servants of Srila Prabhupada in ISKCON, assisting his mission. And in simple words I can say, as I mentioned earlier, ISKCON is Srila Prabhupada's ashram. ISKCON will always remain Srila Prabhupada's property. And we should always function as the humble servants of Srila Prabhupada, serving his institution, serving his ashram, taking care of his assets. And the assets are not only the properties, but the assets are the devotees of ISKCON who are joining. They will always remain Srila Prabhupada's assets. And we should function as caretakers. Prabhupada was not caring for his own aggrandizement. Prabhupada was concerned over the future of the movement. His position as a founder Acharya is very important in order to secure the movement. Because on the strength, the institution will remain intact. And on that concept, our movement is going to grow. And we must remember one thing, like generation after generations, this institution will continue to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. And these two concepts will remain intact. Prabhupada's position as a founder Acharya, Prabhupada for all time will remain the founder Acharya of ISKCON. No one will ever eclipse Srila Prabhupada's position. In ISKCON it will never happen. No one individual will become the founder Acharya of ISKCON. It is permanently secured for Srila Prabhupada. And generation after generations, devotees will come and they will take the responsibility of protecting the movement and furthering this movement as the governing body. Once I was speaking about this concept, this topic in London, and one question came up during question answer session that what if some effulgent personalities come, the effulgent, brilliant personality. The consideration was that will he become equal to Srila Prabhupada and my answer to that was no. No matter how brilliant, naturally, in an institution like this, institution like ISKCON, many luminaries will come, many brilliant personalities will come. But they all will function under the authority of Srila Prabhupada. And I give the example, just like in Christianity we find some brilliant luminaries. St. Francis of Assisi, St. Aquinius. But they all are functioning under the authority of Jesus Christ. None of them are eclipsing Jesus, but they're functioning as a representative of Jesus. And that's how it will happen. They all will function as representatives of Srila Prabhupada. And how Prabhupada actually visualized it. So many devotees can go out, and those who want to open temples, let them open temples. The movement will grow. And on their own responsibility, they'll take up the mission and further it in this way. And anyway, so we are struggling, of course, in various areas. But one thing we are seeing that at least the institution is safe. And as I was saying, you all are the future of your movement. So secure the movement in this way, recognizing that Srila Prabhupada is the founder, the spiritual head of ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada is the Acarya of ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada is the spiritual master of all the devotees of ISKCON for all time.